but if there's an urgent question in your heart, consistent with what we've been sharing and communicating, maybe we need to just clarify things. We were going to split up into groups, but we're going to do that later this afternoon. I'll explain to you now after the session how we're going to do it. But for now, if there's anybody that has a question, and I'm so wonderfully blessed to see some of our Stellenbosch people who sneaked in the meantime, and we'll give them an opportunity to also participate in the conversation. And so if we have a question, then I'm not here to answer the question exclusively. Thanks for Portia, you guys, Davy, Wilma, allemaal van julle, Chris, ons is ontzettend bly julle is hier so saam met ons. And you see, we are not here promoting a charismatic individual. We're here promoting a message that qualifies every individual as very charismatic. Very gifted. The word charismatic simply means gifted. Very gifted. And for many years we've reduced the gift to speaking in tongues. You speak in tongues, oh, you're charismatic. You know? What a distraction from Christ in you. Christ in you. So are there perhaps questions? Someone that would like to just say something and then we could just respond to that. Or until the question is here, if somebody else, any of you guys just want to add something to what we've said. This morning we had a few fast sessions and there was so much triggered, so much said, so much awakened. Lightning really struck. It struck, when Andre shared it from Colossians chapter 3, lightning struck my spirit, Colossians 3, we so often stop at verse 3. For you have died, and your life is hid with Christ in God. And we stop reading there. But if something is hidden, it needs to be revealed. Otherwise we're just back into mystery mode. Your life is hid with Christ in God. But read on. And unfortunately, most of our translations immediately grab verse 4 and put it back into future tense. When Christ is going to appear again in the unknown future. It's got nothing to do with that. If we co-died together with Christ, if we were co-raised together with Christ, and if we are co-seated together with Christ, it means we also co-ascended. No man ascends into this sphere who did not also descend from it. We co-ascended with Christ. And now every time, says the Greek, he appears. We are co-revealed. Co-revealed in him. The mystery is no longer hidden. You died, but now the Christ life reveals you. The real you. The original you. The blueprint you. The person that God knitted together, fashioned together in your unique personality. In the uniqueness of you. God fashioned you in your mother's womb to give expression to his image and his likeness. The sufferings of Christ was followed by the subsequent glory. Romans chapter 8. Whom he justified, he sanctified. Whom he sanctified, he glorified. He glorified. He glorified. And all flesh shall see his glory together. He commands all men everywhere. Have you noticed that? That's why Paul's name sounds like all. Because he always preaches all. When a man's about to die, there's a death sentence hanging over him as prisoner and trapped in a storm, in a ship. And the sailors, the experienced guys who are, when you fly. I used to fly a lot before I started flying myself. My cousin used to be a pilot. We were in the ministry many years ago. We had an aircraft. And then we'd go through tricky times, where the weather would be a little bit odd. And I would look at Stephen. You guys are with us on TV. Remember Stephen Hudson, my cousin. I'd look at his face. And if he looks in relaxed mode, I relax. If I see a frown on his forehead, I start praying. This is Sabbath that God has called us to. An understanding of his rest. God's not nervous about the future of this world. He's in his rest because he sees the cross. He understands redemption. Your life, you've died. Your life is hid with Christ. You're co-ascended. You're co-seated together with Christ. Jesus is God's executive authority. His right hand. That's why Paul's prayer in Ephesians 1 is so accurate. He says that the eyes of our understanding will be enlightened. That we may understand that this power that God raised Jesus by and exalted him far above all principalities and powers. We've got to relocate ourselves. I spoke to Alan Platt yesterday, the day before yesterday. He's going to be joining us soon. He's in Gansbaai at the moment. And he spoke the other day, so nice in Afrikaans. He said, the adres van jou gedagtes, the address of your thoughts, the address, relocate yourself mentally. Our point of departure is not our situation, our realities. There's a greater reality. And that's our departure. You set our minds upon the things that are above. And those things declare that we are co-seated together with him in his right hand. And every time Jesus appears, there's an appearance. Remember after his resurrection, he appeared many times. Because he only appeared twice. Once, as high priest of the blood. The second time, in his resurrection. That's why Peter could say, Sir, look at us. Then point him to a distant Jesus, an invisible one, an historic or a futuristic one. His body gives evidence to his resurrection. I thank God for the culmination of times that are fulfilled in Christ. And for a future that we cannot even touch with our best doctrine. People start speaking about the second coming. You know what the result of that is? Confusion and fear.
Yeah.
A friend of mine told the other day, he was watching a guy, that's his topic on TBN. And he says, man, when that man, he told them what's going to happen in the future about the dragons and the stuff. And he says, he made an altar call. He says that people ran forward. Hy sê as 'n ou daar nie uitgekleen het nie, jy het bang haar op jou kop. I'm sorry, I can't interpret this in English. But you know, isn't it true? You start asking to all kinds of eschatologists and stuff, you get either confused or you get very afraid. Or you get into that other mode of, oh, Maranatha, Jesus just come today, come tomorrow. You know, please, because we don't want to hang around here. You know? Or you go, I'm ready to die, but not over anxious. Give us another 10 years, I'm still going to get married. No, I'm still going to And we've continued to postpone together with the Jews. The Jews are sincerely